I'm blocking the sun. Okay, a lot of things were said in my video yesterday, and I've been given an olive branch. So, in the honor of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I offer forgiveness. I know that 180 characters can be a lot to try to interpret and understand someone's perspective, but my biggest kind of gripe with Steed, yes, we're best friends, okay? We're best friends now, okay? Me and you, we best friends. But my biggest gripe, I guess, with the fandom is that, look at that sunset. Before I get it, look at the sunset. Look, sunrise, actually, sunrise. It's 5:30 here right now. But two things I want to talk about. Steed and a comment from one of my subscribers. And I'm going to make a quick video, kind of off the cuff, whatever. And Steed, I appreciate everything kind of you said in your message. Yes, I agree that 180 characters can make people misinterpret and you can get lost in which order people commented on. And I agree that I'm very passionate about the game. It was a huge game, kind of part of my life. A lot of other people are very passionate about the game as well. So with that being said, my gripe has always really been with how we interpret the story and that the Ultimanias are lying. So that's kind of my general view. And it's kind of like, just like how you said in your post about how you've evolved through your views and perspectives, it's kind of been the same thing for me. If you watch the channel initially, a lot of my views were the one-time mind theory and Sephiroth. It's all kind of similar. But then after the trailer with Hojo and with the Black Robe Men with Glenn, I was like, it's no longer Sephiroth. And with the stuff in Remake and the purple smoke, I'm like, it's no longer Sephiroth. Whatever we were told before that Sephiroth pulls the strings, and I'm still making that video. And also, I gotta tell you, I watched your video and I spent like 130 minutes or an hour and a half. It's 130 minutes? No, that's 2 hours. An hour and a half going through it, dissecting it, seeing where things I agreed with, seeing where things I disagreed with. And now that we best friends, now it's like I can't post my video. Come on, guy, why are you gonna do that today? At least say that in 2 days from now. Shout out GTA, much love. But what I'm trying to say here is our evolution and understanding of the story is clearly gonna evolve. You don't have to have a set stance on where you think things are going or predicting it or saying, or be so solid in your stance. You can evolve your ideas with what you're seeing in the games and acknowledge that, okay, this is a little bit more than just a small change. This is a little bit more significant. So pushing that aside, Steed, I've still got a comment on your video, especially if you've been following. I gave you an hour and a half viewing duration, and I appreciate all the work you put in it. Like I said, 30,000, that's no joke. I've been doing freaking videos for like the last year and a half. I don't even think I hit 30,000 total. So I respect that a lot. But back to Swordsman. You left a comment, Swordsman, is Angio my favorite? Yes. And I made a specific video specifically just on Angio, the Buster Sword, all that stuff. I love every single thing Angio stands for. And the fact that they brought him in Ever Crisis with an actual sick haircut instead of the freaking bowl top cut that he's got in Crisis Core, I'm like, yeah, bro, you're so cool. Like anytime we have a chance of possibly playing with Angio, him getting more backstory on him, getting more of his lore in Benora, getting more of an understanding between him, we don't even have yet, how did Hollander become his stepdad? We still don't really know what the heck's going on with that. We don't know what happened to his real dad. So I'm all about Angio. And if I were to rank kind of my soldiers, so if you say soldier first classes, so like Roche, Cloud's not a soldier first class, so he's not going to be included in this, so just be aware. So if I were going to rank Genesis, Angio, Sephiroth, Roche, for me it's easy, Angio's number one. Because he's got that like inner honor self-sacrifice. And one thing you'll realize for my videos is, or just I guess with my character, is like I love every type of villain that does the self-sacrifice. You're evil, but if you do the self-sacrifice, it's like, okay, you're willing to die for your cause. That's like, yo, respect, honorable. So Angio, Thanos, Zahir from Avatar Korra, Thanos obviously from the Avengers series. Like those kind of guys, even from Jujutsu Kaisen, Satoru Geto, I'm like, bro, these monkeys. And when he's getting to the big, huge beef with Blondie, gray hair with the blind eyes. What the hell is his name? Anyways, and they get into an argument talking about how if we get rid of the entire population, then we don't got to worry about cursed spirits. because he has to swallow the cursed spirit and it tastes like vomit and dirty rags and shit. And he's like, I have to do this every single day because we can't make everybody sorcerers. So the only other way is to get rid of all the people so then there's no cursed magic. I'm like, bro, that's kind of a crazy idea, but I see where you're going with this. And when he confronts, it is Gojo. Is it not Gojo? When he confronts Gojo and he tells him, you're saying my dream is impossible, but with your powers you have now, you can make it possible like that right now. And it's like, oh shit, that's actually true. If there was a way to get rid of all the harm, how much is too much harm? How much, all this kind of crazy stuff. And I did this actually psychology test. This is just random, don't worry, just rant. I did this psychology test, I want to say maybe like 8 years ago, where they brought me into this room, put a freaking thing on my head, and essentially what the test was they put a screen where they put like a number of people on both sides and they were split in the middle. And the question was, how many people would you kill to save this amount of people? And my general view was I would kill, this is gonna sound awful. This is philosophical psychology test that I went through. I could send you the receipts if I still have the emails. But essentially it was, how many people would you kill to then how many people to let these people live? And my general view, so it would be close. It'd be like, would you kill 3 people to save 7? Would you kill 1 to save 2? Would you kill 7 to save 6? And my general view of all that is like, I don't know if this makes you a good person or a bad person, but I was like, as long as it's like double, then I'd be, but then it gets into like, well, what about 5 for 9? And it's like, So anyways, I get the good, the bad of good characters, of bad characters. Sephiroth for me has always been a good character up until the Nibelheim flashback. We can all relatively agree on that, especially with the backstory that we get. But Angeal was always good until he said he was a monster, and his main dream was, I'm going to destroy all those who cause suffering, and he himself caused suffering, so he chose to self-sacrifice, allowing him to transform into a monster and letting Zack kill him. So for me, I'm like, yo, the lessons, the mentorship that he gives to Zack, telling him to always stay focused, tell him to have dreams, I'm like, that just resonated with me. If you want to be a hero, you have to have dreams. You are your own hero in your own life. Right now, you're your own hero. If you want to be a hero, you have to have dreams. What are your dreams? So I'm like, yeah, bro, I vibe with that. And then next, I would say Sephiroth, obviously. Sephiroth is the gangster, especially Redemption Sephiroth coming up in part 3, Redemption. And then I would say probably Genesis. No, because I love Zack. I'm going to just say 3-way tie, Angeal. Man, I like Genesis too. It's tough. It's really tough. It's like 1A, 1B, 1C. It's not really 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's like 1A, 1B. Like they all have very cool identities. Like even Genesis, even though he went like off the boat. And there's not really a lot of talk about Genesis and what did the whole mean about Minerva and what did it mean about him getting a second chance at life. And I was talking to this with actually Will in my DMs. And I'm sorry, Will, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this publicly or whatever, but it's public now. And we were kind of discussing Genesis, what it all means. And I was trying to tell Will that if you've ever seen the movie Constantine, you know that when he was a kid, he tried to commit suicide, which automatically God will not allow you to enter heaven. So since that time, he's going to hell when he dies. And in the movie Constantine, right when he's about to die, obviously, why like Constantine, he does a self-sacrifice. So he does a self-sacrifice to save the girl and to essentially trick the devil that Archangel Gabriel, spoiler alert, Archangel Gabriel is actually trying to bring forth Lucifer into the real world. And he cuts himself, the devil comes down, and then after, he goes to drag him to hell. So the devil's like, okay, you're dying now, I'm dragging you to hell. But because of the self-sacrifice, God doesn't let him be dragged to hell. He starts to become super heavy and he's unmovable, essentially. And at that point, because Constantine also has cancer, lung cancer from smoking, smoking's bad, okay? The devil goes in his lungs, rips out all the cancerous tumors, black tar in his lungs. And then after, he's like, if you want to earn your way to heaven, you better earn it the right way. And he resuscitates him. Essentially, that's how I view the resuscitation of Genesis. Is he good? Is he bad? We don't really know. We don't really have enough information on Minerva. We fight her in whatever, final battle, whatever, battle arena, VR. We see her just kind of look down at Genesis like, I'm sorry, dude, I can't let you come into the light. I can't let you be absorbed into the life stream. Boom, you're going back. So I view it kind of like that, like a second chance at getting things right. But the fact that he was then taken by Weiss and Nero, and then after Project G was then given to all the people of the Tsvets, it's kind of hard to kind of say, is he good, is he bad? He comes at the end to take Weiss. Is Weiss evil because he merged with Omega Weapon? Was that all Hojo's plan? And it's just Weiss is a counter kind of side effect of that bigger plan. So it becomes very complicated very quickly. But I love the Buster Sword. I think like the Buster Sword is really Zack and Angeal's. And I think Cloud is better with the Fusion Sword because he doesn't have like, he's not a soldier first class. He shouldn't be having the sword anyways. So I know that's gonna ruffle a lot of people's feathers, but that's all I wanna talk about today. Quick shout out to Steed. Quick shout out to, if you're not subscribed, bro, you gotta subscribe to it. You don't even know, you're not even gonna see this video. So you have to subscribe, see this video, and argue about it in the comments. Who's your favorite soldier? Is it Angeal? Is it Sephiroth? Do you consider Cloud a first class soldier? Do you not? Anyways, that's it. It's hot, I'm sweating, and we out. I guess I'll add this to the end of the video, but I forgot to kind of mention something, and it's weighing heavy on my heart. So, you probably hear the freaking bikes and the cars. But what I want to say is that I don't ever want to be part of the fandom that discourages people from making content. Obviously, Steve's got the ill mental capacities. I'm not going to be the one who discourages someone who disagrees with him. Going on Twitter, you're going to see everybody who disagrees with you. But I just want to kind of come out and say that because one of the things that grew inspiration for me to actually create my channel was Sleep Easy commenting on one of my videos. I was commenting on Sleep Easy's video, and he was like, yo bro, if you're fucking disagreeing so much, just make your own channel. So that was kind of the encouragement to like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I should make my own channel. So the more creators we have, the better it is actually for the fandom. The more discussions we have, the better it is for the fandom. The more disagreements we have respectfully, where people are able to flesh out their ideas and where we can discuss on what's happening next, what's not happening next. Is it a dream? Is it not a dream? Is it a multiverse? Is it not a multiverse? Is Cloud gonna end up with Aerith? Like all that stuff. The better we kind of are as a fandom if we can take it like in good heart. And I think that that's what's kind of important for the whole fandom. That's what's kind of important for people who love the game, people who love the old game but hate the new game. And content creators need to content create. So let's have more talks. Let's have more discussions. Let's come to more conclusions. And I bet you even at the end of Final Fantasy VII, once we're 85 years old and there's no more Final Fantasy VIIs, that's when it's ending, just so you know, spoiler alert. We probably will still disagree on how the final game's iterations of what they truly meant. That's not what they really meant after it's all said and done. So I want to jump on here and just make sure that it's not like a knock on content creation as a whole, just in case my message came across as a content creator, you're not doing the right thing. That's not really the message. More, if you're going to create, develop your ideas so we understand what you're saying. If someone has a counter to your idea, listen first, react. Even crazy guys like me, because I've seen way crazier things than what I think, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it could happen. So want to jump on here real quick. I might have to switch over the video or edit it somehow, so you just, I don't know, but video's coming out today. Shout out. Best friends.